everyone, MSRNDA2000 here, and in this episode of Radios In Depth, I am going to be reviewing the Emerson Research CKW2000. So with that being said, here we go with the review. So like I usually do, before I get into any of the features and specifications, I am going to give a general overview of the radio. So as we can see here on the front, we have the screen and our alert level indicators over here. Now if we look a bit closer, as you can see here, this has warning, watch, and statement. Now, if I click on here to pull up the alert log, as you can see here, statement is actually yellow, not green. So, yeah. So that's unique. And also we have this plate talking about the same, as you can see here, SAME, specific area message encoding. And then on top, we have all the buttons to control the radio. Menu are arrows. Sleep button, which I'll demonstrate later. The weather button and the button for AM FM. We have both of our alarms. And also apparently this doubles as a alert off, though I haven't figured out how to work it. And then this is the button to switch between AM and FM. And menu and select, and our snooze button, which also doubles as a dimmer for the backlight. On the right, we have our volume control, along with this label. There's nothing on the left side, and then on the back, we don't really have that much going on. We only have a external alert jack, our DC input, and then the label over there, which I guess is technically on the left side of the radio, but typically it's actually the back. And also our telescopic antenna that's actually quite similar to the antenna on the AlertWorks EAR-10. Which actually the EAR-10 is based off of this. So, yeah, for the record, the AlertWorks EAR-10 was based on this. Some people think that Emerson Research ripped off the AlertWorks, but the AlertWorks actually came out way after this, because this came out in 2006. So, yeah, and actually it's kind of funny. You know, this is the Emerson Research CKW2000. The Emerson Research CKW3000, which I don't have, actually came out before this. So, yeah. Oh yeah, and on the bottom, we have the screw for the antenna and our battery compartment. This takes 4 AA batteries. You can't see the other battery, but it's down there. It's below this one. So, yeah, you can see how much I got this radio for. My local Goodwill. So, yeah. And there we go. I had to be careful how I move this, because this cord I'm using is really short. I actually need to look at getting a USB power cord for this, since this only takes 6 volts. And it'll pretty much be powered. I mean, USB only supplies 5 volts, but it can be a little underpowered. So, yeah. So the first that I'm going to get into will be the siren test. Now, first, I'm going to have the advisory slash statement slash test siren. Then I'm going to have the warning siren at the end. So, yeah, you're going to hear the advisory and watch one first, or I should say the statement and watch one, and then I'll do the warning. So, yeah, here we go with that. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to get into will be the weather, since this doesn't have a button beep. So, yeah, so the next time I'm going to get into will be the weather reception. So with that being said, here we go with that. So weather reception on the Emerson Research CKW2000. So to turn on the weather broadcast, you press this button over here.
At 13, observations from around the region.
So there's WXK85.
With a temperature of 51 at Tulsa, 49 at Wichita, 57
and displays the channel here.
54 at Lawton.
Then go into the menu.
It was mostly sunny with a temperature of 55.
Raise the telescopic antenna. Well, actually, it's not telescopic.
At 4 p.m. in Oklahoma City.
Channel 2, Channel 3, Channel 4, Channel 5, Channel 6, Channel 7.
Outlook. This hazardous weather outlook is for portions of northern, western, central, and southern.
Channel 3, 4. Sounds like it's trying to get some. 5. Trying to get something. 6 and 7.
Humidity will be low again in the west.
So,
Fire weather conditions will be elevated to near critical in western.
Now I'm going to do the outdoor reception. So, yeah, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I went outside, and unfortunately I couldn't film the outdoor reception because the neighbor was out. Our next door neighbor was outside. And also, I believe some sort of emergency vehicle pulled into my neighborhood or something. Because there was like a siren, like really loud. So, yeah, there was some sort of loud siren, and it sounded like the thing pulled into my neighborhood. So, yeah, so unfortunately I couldn't film it. But didn't really manage to get anything. So, yeah, so the next thing I'm going to get into will be AM/FM reception. So, yeah, here we go with that. So, AM/FM reception on the Emerson Research CKW2000. It's okay. You can pretty much get most of the stations I wanted to get. Unfortunately, can't get KDKA, but no, my radios can. But, yeah, although I don't really listen to the radio that much. In fact, I don't really listen to music. And I barely even watch TV. I spend so much time watching YouTube that I don't really listen to the radio or watch TV. But, yeah, whenever I do, this gets all the stations I want to get. So, yeah. So the next thing I'm going to get into will be the alarm. So that being said, here we go with that. Okay, so the alarm on the Emerson Research CKW2000 is actually a little complicated to set up. So basically, you press the alarm 1 or alarm 2 button, and it pops up there. Press it again, this flashes, and then you can either go to bell, music, or off. So we're going to put on bell, click select, I need to set it again. Let's go 451. Do that. So to turn off, you press snooze, of course, or press the alarm 1 button. So basically press it again. There we go. That's how you disable it. Press alarm 1, press again, and when there's nothing under alarm 1, you press select, and there you go. So, yeah. So the next thing I'm going to get into will be the alert log. So with that being said, here we go with that. So the alert log on the Emerson Research CKW2000. Now this does have a alert log just like the Midland WR300s, except the alert log on here is different because it actually will keep the alert log even when you completely power down the radio. So if I unplug the AC adapter and then go down here and take out the battery, see here the screen's completely dead. Actually, I'm gonna keep the battery out. And keep the batteries out of the radio. Since I don't need them anymore, I only need them for outdoor reception. So, yeah. So take the batteries out real quick. Put the stream back in. There we go. Then if I get the power cable and if I get the power cable and I plug it in, it'll do a lamp test, and apparently this is version 12. If we go through here, it still has the alert log. So that's pretty cool. That actually keeps the alert log. It's 455. So yeah, and it shows 2006 as the default year, because this did actually come out in 2006, but I'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That actually keeps the alert log even when you completely power down the radio. I was completely and totally shocked when I first powered this on and saw that the alert log was on here from the previous owner. So yeah, so now I'm going to get into the final thoughts. So that being said, here we go with that. So the final thoughts on the Emerson Research CKW2000. Oh, by the way, it does have the option to have a continuous backlight or normal. Also has volume option for the siren. You can enable or disable alerts and add alerts in if you want to. It only has 4 spots to add new alerts. While the WR300s have 5, but it's not that big of a deal. Besides, in most cases, people won't need storm surge watch and storm surge warning, since there's only a couple offices that I know of that actually tone those. And for the most part, they just tone as something else. There's only one office I'm aware of that actually issues alerts using the storm surge watch and storm surge warning event codes. So yeah, you do have the option of voice or siren. You can't display on here, unfortunately. And same, simple, just enter your code, and there you go. But yeah, this is a pretty nice little radio. It was actually quite advanced back in 2006. Because back in 2006, most of the radios out at the time weren't as advanced as this, and most of them didn't have AM FM. The only radio that was out at the time that had AM FM was the WR300s, which I think they're making the version 4s by then. But yeah, so it was actually quite advanced back in 2006. Because like I said, the only other option for radio that has AM FM was the WR300s, and they're either on the version 3 or version 4. I don't know. And most people think the Vector VC438 was out at that time, but it actually wasn't. It actually came out in 2007. But anyways, so yeah. And also, with the alert log being saved whenever the radio is powered off and powered back on, it still has the alert log on there. That's pretty nice. The WR300s don't have that. When the radio gets completely powered off, it loses the alert log. But on here, even if you power the radio completely off, it'll still have the alert log on there. So, yeah, that's really nice. So, yeah, and also I forgot to mention, I forgot about that.
HD1, a service of Tyler Media, reaching over 1 million Oklahomans every week. The 70s and 80s play here.
Turn that down. As much as I would like for y'all to listen to that, y'all actually can't because I'll get a copyright claim. I've actually gotten a copyright claim for that before. So, yeah, I've actually tried to record KOMA's jingle and them doing Oklahoma, our state song, but I've recorded it before, but unfortunately when I upload it, I end up getting a copyright claim for Oklahoma. So, yeah. Here's KMGL. So, yeah, you get 10 FM and wants to work. You do get 10 AM and 10 FM presets, which is pretty nice. So yeah, that was really nice back in 2006, because even most cars didn't have presets. Most of them only have 5, but yeah, but that was actually pretty nice to have 10 AM and 10 FM presets, because most vehicles only have maybe 5, if they even have radio presets at all. So yeah, and then home theater equipment, I don't think any had AM FM presets, and most of them still don't. But anyways, so yeah, so this is actually quite advanced back in 2006. So yeah, so do I recommend you get this as your first ever weather radio? I really wish I could say yes. The only reason why I'm going to say no is because they're really hard to find. They're really hard to find. I mean, y'all saw how much I got this one for earlier. And I've been looking at getting a Emerson Research CKW2000 for quite a while. But every time one does get posted on eBay, it's usually for quite a lot of money. So I was very fortunate to find this one for $7. So, yeah. I mean, if you can get one for a good price being anywhere from $20 to $30, maybe $40 if it's brand new. But most likely you probably aren't. So, yeah. So if you want to get a radio like this for a good price, look at getting a AlertWorks EAR10. So yeah, if you want to get a radio like this, look at getting a AlertWorks EAR10. Although those are starting to become rare because most of you are probably aware, but AlertWorks discontinued the EAR10 series. And actually, not only did they do that, they actually shut down. I think, because of supply chain shortages, I think AlertWorks ended up going bankrupt. So, yeah, so that's very unfortunate. So there's not going to be any more radios from AlertWorks. In fact, there's not going to be anything else from AlertWorks because, like I said, I think because of these supply chain shortages, I think they end up going bankrupt. Most people think they just stopped making the ER10 because of these supply chain shortages, but I think they end up actually going bankrupt because of supply chain shortages. Because they couldn't get the parts to make the ER10s or their plumbing equipment, because they actually made like water alarms and stuff to be placed by water heaters stuff in case they leak or something like that. I think they discontinued those too. In fact, I think they ended up just going completely bankrupt. So, yeah. So, if you want to get a radio like this, try getting a AlertWorks EAR10, but even those are kind of expensive. So, yeah, but the AlertWorks EAR10s are a lot more common than this, but because AlertWorks has gone bankrupt, they're not going to make any more of the EAR10s, so those are going to start coming hard to find, but they're always going to be easier to find than this. So, yeah. Anyways, and if you want a white radio that looks like this, then you're definitely going to have to get a EAR10. It's the EAR10WH is the white version of the EAR10. So if you want a radio like this and white, you're definitely going to have to look at getting a EAR10WH made by AlertWorks. So, yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much going to be it for this episode of Radios in Depth. Thank you for watching, and as always, be sure to have yourself a nice day.